Now we turn to the famous radio show host Angela Yee. I had the fortune of sitting down with her in Brooklyn to discuss her latest entrepreneurial endeavor, a coffee shop, not only dedicated to providing premium brews, but also committed to inclusivity.
Wait a minute, is that me on the outside?
While most people know her by her voice, Angela Yee is continuing to make a name for herself. Born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, she now has a national following as co-host of the popular morning radio show, The Breakfast Club.
We at The Breakfast Club, man. You gotta be right.
Angela, Charlemagne the God, and DJ Envy air the latest on celebrity gossip, dating, and politics with their more than 8 million monthly listeners.
What made you come to this show, this rinky-dink show? You know,
Yes, this rinky-dink show.
Yeah, what made you come over to the ghetto over here?
Yeah, because nobody's listening.
But this meetup wasn't about what's blowing up the airwaves. It's the latest addition to Angela Yee's personal empire. Along with her many accolades in the radio industry, Angela Yee is becoming Angela Yes when it comes to all things entrepreneur. While radio is her bread and butter, her latest foray is into coffee, fitting for a member of the Breakfast Club. She already has a hand in the juice and hair industry, and now she's busy with her latest venture, which is what brought me down to Bed-Stuy.
Working on the master plan.
To visit her new brick-and-mortar shop, Coffee Uplifts People, or CUP, set to open this week. An idea birthed out of the need to get out of the house during the pandemic.
Yes, imagine everything is all laid out for you. There's going to be people sitting outside enjoying the newspaper.
Yeah, you're a pro, you're a pro.
ACND camera.
So tell me about how a Brooklyn girl ends up becoming really your own empire, on your way at least. You got hair, you got juice, you got coffee. Take us back to the beginning.
Well, I'm from Flatbush, and my mom and my dad, they both have always had 9-to-5 jobs ever since I was young. I was always raised to think that you have to always work, make money, bring something to the table. And I think when I first started working in radio, I made so little money, I was always nervous about, will I ever be able to buy a house? Will I ever be able to retire? What can I do? What I realized is people will tell you, like, just save more money, just spend less, just don't buy that, save an extra $1, but that doesn't add up to buying a house in New York. Let's keep it real, right? Buying a brownstone in Brooklyn is definitely going to cost you. And so eventually I was like, I just have to make more money. I was like, I have to have multiple streams of income. And so I started doing little different side hustles.
And then you ended up with hair and now coffee.
A lot of times coffee companies, you think of like middle-aged white men, you don't think about black people. But it is really something that we can be proud of.
The global coffee market is valued at more than $465 billion. According to the U.S. Department of Commerce, the top 15 countries that produce coffee beans are in places with majority people of color. Although most coffee is grown in Latin America, it's primarily consumed by nations with a majority white population. The history of coffee production is undeniably linked to colonialism and slavery, leaving many with a bitter taste. And critics say many modern-day growers see very little of the profits. Over the years, people of color have struggled to make their mark in the industry, but Angela is undeterred and making a point to focus on inclusion and uplifting.
The beans that we have so far, we have from Mexico, from Peru, from Ethiopia, and that's what we're starting with. And those are all people of color that are in those places. And also, just even as far as the people that work on those farms, the money that they're paid, or should I say not paid, you know, that's a big deal for us to learn about fair trade.
How does it work when you are trying to make sure that, like, from all the different aspects of business that you're working with, you know, minority-owned or black-owned businesses? Do you, is there like a list?
People that are great at what they do, who are black-owned business owners and minority-owned businesses, they are out there. We had a list that was our top 7 picks, and when I tell you that was the hardest thing when they submitted their plans for the store, I was like, man, I love this one, but I love this one. And so I do feel like we have an overabundance of talent, and we just have to make sure that we are going and seeking people out that can help us.
And what is the price point going to be? Because I think that a lot of times people just want a cup of coffee that they might be able to get at the gas station for 79 cents, right? But then there are other people who are really looking for that slow roasted, double shot macchiato with the fancy foam on top, and they're willing to pay, you know, $6 for that. You know, how do you figure out and decipher your space in that coffee?
It'll be in between it's definitely not going to be 79 cents. $6 either. So it depends on what you get, but it is a high premium quality coffee. I stand so proudly behind Coffee Uplifts People, just the quality of it, how it tastes. We'll be having a lot of companies that are going to be able to come in and sell their products. We built a lot of relationships with people in that way, so I want to make sure we give these small business owners a space to be able to sell and promote their products as well.
It has been said, good ideas start with brainstorming and great ideas start with coffee. Angela Yee is going for the combo.
People don't see everything that goes on behind the scenes.
Right. Not only as a familiar face, but a trusted one.
When I started radio, it was a very behind the scenes kind of thing where you talk, but people don't know what you look like. But now everything is just so like, we're on TV, people see what you look like. And so that's always something I've been a little uncomfortable with, but I have to learn how to be okay with it and use it to my advantage while I have the platform.
With that ever-expanding platform, ultimately, Angela hopes to franchise her business, making the process more affordable and hopefully opening the door for other people of color to get into the coffee trade, encouraging others to wake up and smell the coffee, starting with coffee grounds right in her old stomping grounds.
Go out there a few times, talk to other business owners, see how business has been for them.
Get a corner.
Yeah, exactly, the corner. Just make sure that whatever it is that you decide you want to do and invest your time in, that you really love it.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.